So I would like to start off by saying sorry because there haven't been any more special event entries in this month, but I would like to announce that International Movie Month will continue throughout March, so the list will not stop coming, at least not until April. Up next, I decided to build a list around my home country cinema, and that is Romania. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. By the by, I'm the movie guy, and let's start this list. Our history is filled with wars against invaders, struggles for independence, or the struggle to become one big happy country. We have had some great rulers who have done a lot for us, and in honor of our great rulers, I decided to first choose a historical war film to start this list, and I don't think there are any better than Mihai the Brave. One of the most important and my favorite ruler when I was a kid was Mihai the Brave. He was the first one who managed to unite the principalities into one country, and that's what is depicted in this epic. I say epic because it's 3 hours and a half long. No details are put aside, and I think that is a perfect decision because this is a story that shouldn't spare any details. The Ottoman and the Austrian Empire were heavily against the decision to unite the principalities, but Mihai did it anyway. It's got some war scenes, so there's action, and it's also an important lesson into Romanian history. One genre that has always had success in Romania is comedy. We just love to laugh as a nation, I guess, and it's no surprise that one of our most watched reality TV shows is a show about stand-up comedy. So my number 4 pick has to be a comedy. First, I want to give one mention, one that is old, and that is Namarin the Millionaire, a great comedy that my parents saw when they were teens, but a comedy that I watched in my late teens, and one that takes the number 4 spot is Bad Luck Banging or Loony Porn. Released last year, it instantly became one of my favorite Romanian films ever. A school teacher finds her career under threat after a sex tape gets leaked on the internet and he has to deal with the backlash. This is a very obscene film. It's filled with sex scenes, nude scenes, and nothing is filtered. It was shot during the lockdown, so there were some constraints, but I think it only worked for the betterment of the film. It's hilarious, it has an underlying message that is not too hard to understand, and it really is something that you would not see Hollywood movies attempting. No fancy descriptions or genre explaining needed for the next entry. I knew that I would pick this film when I thought of making a list of Romanian movies. It's made by a true legend of Romanian cinema, Cristi Puiu, and the film is Sierra Nevada. A comedy but also a drama. It's about a family gathering on the anniversary of a patriarch's death. It's another film that has a 3-hour runtime. It almost plays out in real time, which is an interesting gimmick to have. The script is the real MVP here. The dialogue is funny and realistic, but the development of characters is just so good. It progresses as the movie progresses. It's a great portrayal of a middle-class Romanian family, and you're not going to feel the runtime. It might seem long, but you won't feel it. It's one of the best character studies out there. It deserved the spot on this list. This next film, despite being in second position, I consider it to be joint top. I can't really make a distinction between these two films, so the silver medal goes to Filantropica, a film that has been considered by many as the best Romanian film. A high school teacher finds an easy way to make a buck on the side as he needs more money. It's another comedy. I told you we like to satirize things. It's superbly acted with an original plot. It's really up to Western standards when it comes to acting, directing, cinematography, which is something that is obviously not easy to replicate. But the brilliance of this film is not just that it looks like an American picture, although as I've said, it must be praised for that too. It's all about the story for me, which is something different. It's all about the witty script, and it could turn people into Romania's cinema lovers. Before we get to the top spot, here are some honorable mentions.
Când te-ai pus de-a curmezișul, ți s-o fi părut că amuzi munții, nu? Ce-i muta, mă? Și ce-i câștigă?
Te duci cu el la Fundeni, că are ficatul cât Casa Poporului. Nu cred că e hepatită.
Despre toate știi. Ne spuneți?
Aveți copii?
Aoleu, doamne, dar ce chip de vorbă mai aveți? Am o fată și un băiat.
Am nevoie să vorbesc cu Eliza și nu mă răspunde la telefon. Iartă-mă, te rog, n-am vrut, n-am vrut.
Lasă-mă.
I've chosen to dedicate the top spot to movies set during the communist regime. Like other countries that were transformed into communist regimes after World War II, Romania has also dedicated a lot of stories to those times. The autobiography of Nicolae Ceausescu is a great documentary to watch about this. Tales from the Golden Age should also be viewed if this topic interests you, but my pick is 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days. A woman assists her friend as she tries to get an abortion in the 1980s. Abortions were illegal in communist Romania. It could very well be based on a true story. It's that real. It's also intense as hell. It was universally praised. It won awards, and it's one of the strongest films of 2007, a year which was filled with bangers. Ana Maria Marinca is superb here, so is the direction of Cristian Murgiu, who is so sure of himself. He truly created a work of art here, a piece of cinema which will be in our history forever, and we are thankful for that. 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days is the masterpiece that tops this list. What are some of your favorite Romanian films? Let me know down in the comments. While you are there, press that like and subscribe button. Press the bell to get notifications every time my videos get uploaded. And until next time, keep on watching movies, guys.